As the weeks go by, the season 3 premiere gets closer and closer, and after the full season 3 trailer was released, one popular theory is that Kenny's mom, our beloved Tien Lu, does not make it to the next sunrise. So, out of respect, let's have a moment of silence for the diner dasher herself, One Pot Chen, Miss Make Some Pancakes from Nothing, Mrs. If You Want Electricity, Miss Flip the Switch herself, Tien Chin Lu. This week, the From Season 3 episode list premiered online, and the first two titles for episode 1 or 2 are called When We Go and Mousetrap. I think it's safe to say from the full trailer and episode title, the creatures are definitely planning an ambush, and we seem to have caught Mr. Fishing Loaves in a spring-loaded snap trap. The full episode list shows 10 episodes with notable titles like Episode 1, When We Go, These Fragile Lives, Revelations Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Previous seasons of From seemed to make episode 6 the penultimate episode, and this season seems to be following the same. So prepare for a big cluster smash of murder in season 3, episode 6. From the 30-second trailer, we see feet sticking out from the wheelbarrow being pulled by Boyd and Jade. Then later, the same body being carried also by Boyd. In the full trailer, we see Kenny's mom outside at night trying to save the livestock. This is the trap set by the creatures. Now, when I say trap, it means they let the animals out of the barn, and a few of the townspeople came to save them and try and put them back in their barn because of the food shortage. We see from the full-length trailer this does not work so well for our beloved town residents. And later, we see Boyd tied up, witnessing what we're guessing as the final moments of Tien Chen Lu, Kenny's mom. My honest opinion of this is that the mousetrap seems like an elaborate plan, much more complex than what the creatures seemingly can create. So my question is, who planned this? Who put this trap together? And another question I want to ask, who led the lambs to slaughter? Was Tien Lu in on the setup? Did she allow herself to get got? Is Kenny's mom just an innocent bystander? Or was she, this whole time, one of the gang? This was a plot twist also used in the fantastic movie The Watchers, where a young artist becomes trapped in an Irish forest with 3 strangers stalked by mysterious creatures. The movie stars Dakota Fanning, who plays Lucy, and another stranger, Madeline. I won't spoil it, but if these two movies are similar, which they very much seem so, it could end the same way, where, spoiler alert, someone is a mole, traitor, or creature in disguise. Before I get into the details about the mousetrap, I want to ask a question. Now, whether you believe it or not, the facts is the facts, and they don't lie. So let's look at the facts. Kenny's mom was the town chef. Being in and around the diner, this would have given her access to not only the people in the town, but also rumors and gossip. This position could have also put her in a position to influence and possibly mislead people in her diner or close by weak-minded people. Excuse me. The first pictures were the writing on the wall, was Sarah and her vision in the diner being manipulated to kill the boy. Whoever that was, it's still unclear. I believe that there is a hard connection between the vision and breakdowns happening at the diner. every time Boyd had a real breakdown, he was in the diner or close to Miss Lou. Miss Lou could have done something to both of them, meaning Sarah and Boyd, to cause this type of reaction in both of them. I would also like to make the connection that it was Kenny's mom whose idea it was to put Mr. Lou in the clinic. Now, was this really for her and Kenny's safety, or a setup to get Toby killed because she knew Toby was coming and needed to get him before he talked? If we look at it this way, one could say it was the catalyst to a huge snowball of events. I believe she placed Mr. Lou there, manipulated Sarah to pretty much kill three to get one person and make it look like the creatures did it. And the real target was either Mr. Lou or Toby. We don't know. I released a video about 2 weeks ago about who dies. And yes, Kenny's mom was on my list. At first, I had Tien dying in episode 2, but I believe From will not disappoint, and we will get the ripping to shreds right at the beginning, right in episode 1. And then I have 4 kills in the penultimate episode 6 with the death of the 3 new characters. Now, these characters are listed in IMDb, so it's really not a secret. There's a cop, a paramedic, and an ambulance patient, as well as, drumroll please, everybody's favorite Randall. I do believe that Randall's time expires this season, and from the trailer we see him rolling around, and I talked about this in my other video, that he burns himself with some sort of incendiary device, preferably a Molotov. Now, I did have Mari and Bacta dying, but I do believe they will survive because we see in the clip where they have the Colony House Wars, what I'm calling it. A woman gets shot through the window, and Mari is the one that helps her. She is a pediatric nurse. Now, I still believe that Christy is the one who gets her leg trapped in the bear trap that we see. Now, although we only see her boots, socks, and jeans, it is, I believe, the same pants she has on in the trailer standing by the pool with Boyd. And I do believe that is going to be the season finale. And in good old From fashion, it will be another cliffhanger leading us to season 4. But of course, we have to wait and see if my theories are correct. Another angle not looked at is Kenny's mom and the link to the supernatural or eerie coincidences at the diner that push the story forward or seem like acts of magic. There have been multiple people that had vast findings and clues on possibly solving this Fromville mystery as far as visions or seizures at the diner in close proximity to Tien Lou. This includes Boyd, Sarah, Jade, and Tabitha. Okay, so if you go back to season 1 and 2 when Jade is stressed out and can't find a way to get a signal out, Kenny's mom walks over to the wall and flips the light switch and literally turns on a light bulb in Jade's mind while cooking on an electric stove. Now, this is a major revelation in season 1 and draws up a lot of conclusions for not only Jade but Tabitha as well. The next epiphany is when Jade is drawing the symbol on a napkin in the diner. And see, that's what I'm saying. Kenny's mom is always around, always listening, always watching. She walks over to Jade and points to the symbol that he's drawn, takes him to the back room, to a box, to a book, and turns to the exact page in the book where the symbol was also being drawn by a past Towns member, Christopher. Now, you can't tell me that's just a random coincidence. It's too much close. So the finding of the symbol was probably 100% the biggest find of the season, into what I think leading to my end game theory, which is, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait till I release that theory, and I'm not ready to release it yet. But I do believe the finding of the symbol is what they'll use to get out of there. Now, another clue to whether Miss Lou is good or bad, like I was saying earlier, is in season 2 when they are all bagging up the food and Miss Lou is there and she's there when Donna tells everyone that they are running low on food. Now, I know there's a difference between the townspeople food and the colony house food, but I do believe that was the information that, if leaked, could cause chaos between the townspeople, and also, if leaked to the creatures, for when the creatures start planning their trap. Now, the last clue I have is that the creepy phone that keeps mysteriously ringing happens to be at Tien's house. We see it once with Kenny, but we find out that was a dream. And then we see it again in the season 2 full trailer when Jim is at Tien's house and the phone starts ringing. Now, for some reason, in 2 seasons, no other phone has rung in any house, town, or colony house. But for some reason, it rung twice at Kenny's mom house. I don't think that's a coincidence. I am going to do a video on who I think calls the phone, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. So what do you think? Is Kenny's mom an innocent bystander, or was she this whole time one of the gang?